And welcome back to another Lights and Gear video. Today I have the latest from MecArmy. I've always assumed that that's how you pronounce it anyway, MecArmy. They usually have had some fairly nice little keychain flashlights, and they've been quite innovative in the designs that have gone into them. The only other light from MecArmy that I have reviewed is the SGN3, and you can check out that video from some months ago. But right now they have released the SGN5. This is a whole lot brighter than the SGN3. It's a tiny bit larger, and it also has an alarm or siren as part of it too for self-defense purposes. This is quite a nifty little flashlight, and some information here on the back of the box. Has an XPG2 S3 LED with a maximum output of 560 lumens, and the siren is 115 decibels. It's pretty loud, and it also has strobe and turbo mode, but you know, has pretty much the standard features of a lot of larger size flashlights. It's USB rechargeable and charges in about an hour. You never have to touch the battery. It's internal, so it's built in. It's a 300 mAh lithium polymer battery, so you know, powers the light. This one happens to be blue, which I have here. It actually comes in 3 different colors, so you can choose the color which suits your fashion, I suppose. Has a beam distance of 80 meters, and the longest run time is about 42 hours on the lowest mode. It has low, medium, high, and turbo. So, we'll take this little feller out of the box, and it is a pretty nifty little light. And as I say, you can get the other colors as well. I chose blue since, well, I'm a blue kind of guy. So we have the blue one here, and you will get the instruction manual. You also get a lanyard, so there are other ways to carry it other than on a keychain. So there's the lanyard. Here's the USB cable, which is extremely short. I'm sure you probably have some of these lying around the house, and as long as it's a micro USB, it'll fit. I certainly have a lot of very long ones, much longer than this, of course. So anyway, that's in the package, and here's your little flashlight. Very cool looking, if I do say so. And this is the switch, the main power switch. Here's your LED up in here. There you go. Puts on a very nice wide beam, and it also has the this is the siren switch on the side for self-defense or for attracting attention. And here's the USB portion on this side. Of course, take the flap away, and there's your USB port. Now when you plug it in to charge, the illuminator here will light up and actually flash back and forth between red and green like a police light. That'll tell you that it's charging. As soon as the charge is finished, it'll go solid green. So that's how you charge it, of course, and that's you can take a look at the pictures of the red and green, or at least the solid portions of both, on my website at lightsandgear.com. The link is below for that. So press the button and you get instant light. So let's turn off a couple of lights here. So here's instant light right away, and this is the low mode. There's no memory on the light, but you have instant access to a couple of different modes. And again, this is low right here, and then just to press it will turn it off. So pressing it on and off just in a simple form like that will give you instant low, and that's it, just on and off. But to go to the next level, I have to press and hold. So now I'm in medium, and now I'm in high, and now I'm in turbo, and that's pretty darn bright. Pretty darn bright for a little keychain flashlight. As I say, this is rated at 560 lumens. So you can even you know, check out my outdoor shots, of course, at my written review. So even at 60, 70 feet, 60, you know, even up to 100 feet at night, it gets out there pretty darn good. Very well indeed. So that's turbo mode. Now, if you leave it on turbo, it starts to get warm up here in the head region, and it actually starts to slowly ramp after about a minute or so. So it won't stay at top brightness for too long, because it's, of course, it's to keep it from getting terribly hot and to protect the LED and so forth. So after about a minute or so, it will start to ramp down. And you don't really notice it at first. It's kind of gradual, but of course you can give it another push and kick it on up again if you actually need to get the top brightness back for a little bit. And in the instruction manual, it tells you that the turbo mode will run for, well, I don't know whether it actually takes into account the lower lumens on it, but it should actually stay going for about 44 minutes, as it says right here. Turbo at 560, and low is at 3, medium at 28, and high at 118. And of course there's your beam distance again at 80 meters. It's also impact resistant to 1.5 meters, and it's waterproof to IPX4, which means it can sustain some heavy splashes for about 5 minutes. So that's what the IPX4 indicates. Now it does do the other modes, as I said a few moments ago, and you can get so instant low is just by turning it on and off, but you can also get instant turbo, and instant turbo you can do from the off position. So if it's off, all I do is press and hold, and then I get instant turbo just like that. It's almost in a tactical fashion, because as soon as I let go, it turns off. So again, press and hold from off, and I get instant turbo, and that's only for as long as I'm keeping my finger on the button. And also from the off position, I can do I can do turbo from the off position, where it'll stay in turbo, and that's with a double click. So that's continuous turbo just by double clicking. Then if I turn it off again, and if I do a triple click, then I get instant strobe. And then if I press and hold from strobe, then I get SOS. So that's pretty nifty, and pretty much the same kind of functionality of a much larger flashlight, you know. But those are the basic functions of it. And of course then you have your instant low again just by giving it a quick press. Now it's already starting to get a teensy bit warm on the switch there, even after just demonstrating the turbo mode and so forth, and strobe, as I was doing a moment ago. Now, as I mentioned a few moments ago, we have the siren portion of the light, and when you press the siren button, it not only makes a very loud sound, but it also turns on strobe at the same time. So you get the sound and you get the flashing, the pulsating of the strobe mode together. So I can imagine if you're someone who needs to carry something like this for self-defense purposes, or if you're perhaps know somebody who's a young female, maybe college campus, that kind of thing, or just in general works at night, you know, works late, something like that, this light would be a very good addition to anybody's keychain. So here's the button on the side which operates the siren, and it looks like it's in the on position already, because it is sort of in look, see, it's sort of up, but in order to activate it you have to push it down, and it stays activated as long as it is down. So there's no timer or anything on it. It just goes until you need to shut it off. But once you do turn it on, obviously, you know, it'll scare anybody away, and then you need to shut it off. And so all you do is do this, and that's the effect you get. It's pretty numbing to both the eyes and the ears. So that's what you do. Just press it down and then turn it off once you're finished scaring somebody away, no matter what the situation might be. Okay, I think you get the basic idea of that one. And I also forgot to mention before, there's a little package here which gives you the accessories here to attach the light to a keychain. So anyway, that's how you do the light, that's how you do the alarm. And again, with the pulsating of the strobe at the same time, that's going to, I would think, deter anybody from trying to do anything malicious right off the top. You know, here's the back of the flashlight. So I guess this would sort of be the section here where it actually emits the pulsating alarm sound. And your battery is all self-contained in there, so there's nothing you need to do except plug it in, and there you go. Actually, I can demonstrate that right now here if you like. It's been on for a couple of minutes, so if I turn it off and then plug in the have another much longer USB cable here. Alright, there you go. There's your flashing. There's your red and your green. And that shows you that it is in charge mode. And then as soon as it's finished charging, it'll go solid green. So that's how you do the charging portion of it. Pretty cool. So anyway, that is the SGN5 from the folks at MecArmy. There is a link below if you want to pick one up at Amazon, for instance, and they are a very good price. I will say that it's a very affordable flashlight for what it offers. Very affordable, and so you can check that out. And there's also a link in my written review description at in my written review at lightsandgear.com, and the link for that is below, where you can see the outdoor pictures and so forth, and read more about the SGN5 there. So anyway, check that out. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time for more at lightsandgear.com and here on YouTube. Take it easy.